what we want and how to ask for it. He began by summarizing the services amateurs performed during the war and the potential for continued service to the country in times of emergency. He then told of the many technical and operating accomplishments that had been led by amateurs over the years. These were reasons why the amendments he was about to propose should be seriously considered. He offered a financial reason, too, the fact that 16,000 amateurs altogether spend about $1.6 million per year on their activities, and that made them worth having around for this reason alone.
A quick break for identification purposes. You're listening to This Week in Amateur Radio. I'm Will Rogers, K5WLR.
Maxim discussed the general attitude of hams toward the bill, describing the caution with which all such bills introduced in Congress were analyzed to protect the amateur service. He stressed that amateurs unselfishly embraced the modernization of radio law, having been unjustly blamed for interference to broadcast listeners when the real problems had been things such as static, commercial stations, and electrical noises of various sorts. Maxim cited the voluntary quiet times observed by amateurs, even though the 1912 law gave them the right to transmit at any time they chose. So, with simply a desire for fair and reasonable treatment, the amateurs proposed a set of 8 amendments to the White Bill, laid out in detail, section and line, presented by Maxim during his testimony. The most important one was the explicit mention of amateur radio as one of the classes of stations and operators that the Secretary would regulate. Equally important was accepting amateurs from the subjective judgment of whether a particular station was in the interest of the general public service, as the bill termed it, before a license was granted. As written, the law did not say how that judgment would be made, and Maxim worried that it could simply be interpreted to exclude an amateur, or all amateurs for that matter, from qualifying for licensing if they were deemed of no direct and immediate